I have to sheepishly tell you that one morning when I was making my avocado toast, I burned the toast and I had smoke in the office and it set off the fire alarm and the building had to be evacuated. Luckily, it was early in the morning, so there weren't too many people to blame me for this outrage. But therein lies a story. Bread, of course, contains starch, and with heat, starch breaks down to produce glucose. There's also an amino acid present in bread called asparagine. And when asparagine reacts with the glucose, we get a reaction known as the Maillard reaction, which is also responsible for the browning effect. But one of the compounds that is produced is acrylamide. Acrylamide is listed as a probable carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. That's not something that we like to think about when we're, eating our toast. However, in science, numbers matter. So we have to take a look at just how much of this potentially carcinogenic acrylamide can form. Obviously, we cannot do human studies. You cannot feed a carcinogen to people and see what will happen to them. So we make guesses based upon animal studies. And the guess is that a human can safely ingest anywhere from 100 to 190 or so micrograms a day of acrylamide without causing any kind of problem. There's a big safety factor built into there. So, question is, how much acrylamide can form in that slice of bread? Generally, a piece of toast will have about 5 micrograms. That's very little. And let's be generous here. When I burned the toast, I undoubtedly created more, but still far, far less than the 150 to 180, which is estimated as to be the maximum amount. So it indeed is very little. However, there's acrylamide in other foods that we consume as well. For example, coffee. Coffee, depending how you brew it, has about 1 to 2 micrograms. So again, very, very small amount. On the other hand, if you eat a bag of chips or a serving of French fries, that gets you about 50. So then you start to approach, amounts that perhaps we should be staying below. But I knew that I wasn't going to eat any French fries or any chips that day, so I wasn't all that worried about the burnt toast. The question was I going to throw it out or was I going to eat it? So that's when I looked at the numbers and I decided that maybe the 10 micrograms that I had in there were really inconsequential. So in science, numbers matter. However, I can tell you that from now on, I'm much more careful when I toast, and I don't let my toast burn because I don't want to set that fire alarm off again. So now when I make my avocado toast, and I don't worry about the browning. That's just a little bit of reaction with oxygen of the air, inconsequential. So I certainly like my avocado toast in the morning. But I'm now more careful to not overdo the toast. And I think I'm safe from my colleagues damning me for evacuating the building. And I don't worry about the amount of acrylamide in my coffee either. It contains a huge serving of antioxidants, the polyphenols. Coffee, believe it or not, is the greatest source of antioxidants in the North American diet.